Good morning, friends. I have a weekend what sold video for us today, and I am just going to jump in here pretty quick because I believe I have around 50 sales going out, and I want to get this video out to y'all today as well. So first though, I wanted to thank a couple of coffee supporters. So Sherry, thank you so much, bought me 2 coffees, and then someone, I wish I knew your name, bought me 5 coffees. So I appreciate you guys so much. I've already almost finished my coffee for today. All right, so the stuff here is just either bundles or stuff that was in the theater room that I already pulled out. So we will start here. Hope you guys had a great weekend. This was a bundle sale on Poshmark. Yeah, Poshmark. And they didn't say they were viewer, but like I always think that bundles are viewers. So if you are Cynthia, thank you so much. She bundled this little Pink Floyd, like an iron-on patch. Pottery Barn Christmas stocking that says Daddy. This was actually Chris's stocking. We finally got new ones this past year. And I listed the Mommy, Daddy, and Connor ones. Cyrus wanted to keep his old one. So if you have a Connor or a Mommy in your family and need a Christmas stocking, I probably have them available in my store. And then this is from the bins. It's Sundance, just like a beach hoodie. This whole bundle sold for $64 on Posh. So very, very happy. And then this sale was awesome. I think I had 2 sales for this amount this weekend. So I said I have 50 sales. A lot of them are going to be like $10 or less because I did run a 45% off sale in my eBay store. Mostly because I saw that if they rated me today, so I'm still above standard on eBay, but if they rated me today, I would drop below. So I think it says it's going to recalculate it on the 20th of August. So before vacation, I had canceled a couple orders. I couldn't find them. So that's why Chris has been doing the huge inventory project. And actually, he's in there right now. He's almost done. He's on the last, on the G. So the last alphabet that we have right now. Anyways, so yeah, I had to cancel a couple orders that's out of stock, and then being on vacation for 2 weeks and not making that many sales. It's like an average of how many sales you make versus how many you canceled. So because I didn't make a ton of sales in the same amount of time, it's kind of a low percentage or a high percentage of how many I canceled versus how many I sold. So I wanted to just make a ton of sales this weekend to try to get the number of items I sold up so that when they rate me on August 20th, that I'll just be my normal seller level again. So anyways, I don't remember why I was saying that. Oh, I was saying because this is a really good sale. This sold for $129, but there's a few of those really good sales, but a lot of them are going to be $10 or less that you'll see. Anyways, this is from the bins. It's Ralph Lauren, just like a vintage blazer. This has really cool buttons. I doubt the camera will pick that up, but they're like horse. So I used keywords like equestrian. And yeah, this sold for $129 on Poshmark. So that's amazing. Yeah, very, very happy with that. I pick up most, like obviously this one's women's. I pick up most Polo Ralph Lauren or Lauren Ralph Lauren blazers if they're wool, if I find them at the bins. But yeah, something with equestrian is going to do a little bit better than a typical blazer. Alrighty. Then this is from the bins. The brand is Perry Ellis, just a new with tag linen shirt. This sold for $22.75 on eBay. This is a Gap dress. It is like a linen blend. It is new with tag. This was sitting in my death pile for so long because I think it was just missing like the waist tie, which is not that big of a deal. But for that reason, I just didn't list it. So I finally got it listed probably just a couple months ago. And it sold for $8.91 as part of my sale, which is fine because with the flaw, I'm happy to just move that along. I'm still making probably like $5 or $6 profit. So glad to see it go to someone that can use it. And then this is that Amazon brand sweater, Messick. It is from the bins. This sold for $7.70 as part of my sale. So not huge money, but again, probably around $5 or so profit. And then I have a viewer bundle sale going out to Debbie. Thank you so much. And Debbie has actually bought like several bundles for me over the last couple of weeks where I just haven't I haven't been making videos. Like, I'm trying to get back into it. You guys know last week was the kids' first week of school, and I was still kind of playing catch up from vacation. So I feel like this week should be better. Like, I think I could at least get 2 videos out. Like I said, hopefully this one's out to you today. I already have a bin haul in the back of my car that I went and got on Friday. So yeah, I definitely think I can get 2 vids out to you, and then hopefully just keep up with at least 2 a week going forward. But thank you, Debbie, for this purchase, as well as all the other ones that you've been buying from me recently. So she got this Maeve shirt. This one I believe I got from Whatnot, and I bought it for myself, and it just, I was going to wear it to like Disney to be like a Minnie Mouse shirt. It just did not fit me that well. So I probably honestly paid $5 to $8 for that. This is a Chico's top from the bins. Got a couple little girl Columbia hats. This one is so cute. That one. Got a new with tag Time and Trousseau Walmart brand blouse. And then just a really cute little Vera Bradley quilted crossbody purse. So Debbie bought those on eBay for a total of $62.44. And yeah, everything was from the bins except for the Maeve shirt that I bought for myself. All right, into the boxes now. Thank you again, Debbie. EO. This maybe would be the lowest sale of the weekend, but maybe not. I don't know why. I just like picking up super lightweight stuff. This obviously was not really worth my time, but it is, I mean, it makes me happy that I found this in the bins and that somebody's wanted it and is going to use it. It's just some Emperor's New Groove patches that you can like put on your jacket or your backpack or something. It looks like it was missing 2 of them, so I just had 2, but this sold on eBay for $2.20. And I mean, this probably doesn't even weigh an ounce. So yes, it's not a ton of profit, but I saved it and somebody wants it, so that's great. All right, FB. Another super lightweight item from the bins. I believe Brandy gave me this. Shout out, Brandy. Thank you. The brand is Sundance. It's just like a silk blouse. I believe it was supposed to have like an under part, but it doesn't. So I just sold it as is and mentioned that. And it still sold for $13.72. So I think that's great. Okay, another silk blouse, EW. This is the brand Garnet Hill. This sold on eBay for $20.30. So I think that's great. I do like selling Garnet Hill. I don't find it a super lot, but I think they have some really nice stuff. Okay, FD. This is a We the Free shirt. I took this to Uptown Cheapskate and Plato's Closet. They both passed on it, so I listed it on my own and got quite a bit more than if they would have bought it. Somebody offered me $22 on Posh, which I think was great. So we're very happy. FN. I did not pick this up based on brand. I just thought that cycling jerseys might sell well. And look at the cute little doggy print on this. What is this? Scotty? A Scotty dog? Scotty Terrier? I knew that somebody would want this, and they did, because it sold quickly after I finally listed it. This has been like in my little bins here, like drafted but not listed forever. Don't ask me why I kept not listing it, but it literally sold, I think, in less than 2 days after I listed it for $18 on eBay. So I think that's great. Oh, the brand, I think it's Zoelle, Z-O-E-L-L-E. So again, did not pick up based on brand just because I thought a cycling jersey would do well, plus the cute print on this one. All right, FK. Got a pair of American Eagle denim shorts. I might have got these from Whatnot. I honestly don't remember. If I did, it was probably around $5. They did not sell for a ton. They sold in my sale for $13. So glad to move them though. At this point, you know, stuff, more fall things, sweaters and jackets are starting to sell. So if I can move shorts right now and not hold them for another 6 to 9 months, that will be great. Okay, FI. This is just a loft. I think I got this from the bins. I don't know why I'm thinking I might have got it from Whatnot, but I don't know. If I did, it was probably only $1 or $2 on Whatnot, because something like this, yeah, would not sell for a ton on Whatnot. But either way, it's a loft floral, just like a cami tank. It sold on eBay for $12, so that's great for what it is, I think. Okay, FM. What was I looking for? Cool pants. All right, got a pair of women's cool pants. Again, it's becoming hard for me to remember if I got something from the bins or from Whatnot, so not sure. But these are a pair of women's cool pants that sold for $20 on eBay. Yeah, the bins haul that I told you guys I'm gonna record next as my next video. I was gonna do like, so the reason I even went to the bins is because my friend Brandy, who I buy a lot of stuff from on Whatnot, and I do just like local pickup with her. We always just meet at the bins to get it, so she had my stuff ready on Friday, so I just went down to get it and then shop a little. So I was thinking about doing like half bins haul, half showing you what I got from Brandy and kind of just comparing the different types of things. I don't know. Do you guys want to see what I source from Whatnot or just from what I source from the bins? Let me know. All right, EH. This is just an Everlane, very basic t-shirt. It's actually men's, so I bought this from Goodwill, regular Goodwill, thinking I just wanted it for myself. And I don't even care if it's men's, I still would have wore it for myself. It's been in my closet for a few months and I haven't worn it, so I went ahead and listed it. And it sold on eBay for $12.60, but like pretty quick, like less than a week. So I think I only paid $2 or $3 for it, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think when I was looking at the retail on those basic shirts, it was like $48 or something on Everlane. I mean, they're organic cotton, but that's still crazy to me. EV. Got a women's carbon to cobalt, just like a Henley shirt. This is from the bins. It sold on Posh. Yes, Poshmark for $24. Okay, EJ. Just sourced these sometime in the last week, so quick sale. The brand is Dance Go. These are called the Lisa Mary Jane shoe. I picked them up for $7.69 and they sold on Poshmark for $41. I thought this model would do well, but these are like a size 6, so I wasn't sure that they would sell quickly, so I'm really glad that they did. Okay, so everything else now is going to be over here. First one is in CY. Got a new with tag pair of men's Duluth Trading Co. shorts. These sold on eBay for $25.20. I know I didn't get these from the bins. I probably paid like $8 or $9 for these at a regular Goodwill. I love selling men's Duluth, especially in those bigger sizes. Those were a 46. All right, box J. Got some play shoes. These were just my son's old shoes, so I'm sure I'm just making back around 20 bucks. They sold for $23.80. I probably paid closer to $30 for them originally, but they got some wear from us. All right, CT. I don't know why. I read Nike Swim on my label and I was thinking it was like a teal item, but it wasn't. It was this. I remember now. This is from the bins. It's just like a men's rash guard from Nike and it sold for $13.30 on eBay. BB. This is a women's Zara plaid blazer. This is from the bins. It took a while to sell. I did put this in my 45% off sale this weekend and then it sold for $15.95. So glad to see that go. Okay, AR. We got a new with tag men's Carhartt button down. This does have a company embroidery though for G.E. Johnson. I did still buy it from the bins because even with that, because I was like, G.E. Johnson is a pretty large company, so maybe somebody will want it. It definitely didn't sell fast or for much, but it did sell for $9.87. So even if I knew it was only going to sell for that much, I probably would have bought it just because it was new and it was an easy listing. All right, CI. This is a Travis Matthew, just basic golf polo shirt. This is from the bins. It sold for $9.90. I still love the brand Travis Matthew, but it doesn't do super well anymore, at least like basic stuff like this. If you find some more substantial pieces, I would definitely check comps, but yeah, a polo shirt. I mean, if I held out, I probably could have got closer to the $15 mark, but $9.90 is not too bad. I remember I found like 4 or 5 in that bin that day, so if they all sold for 10 bucks, that's 50 bucks. It's not too bad. All right, AS. These sold pretty quick, and yeah, not for more than about what I was expecting them to. So the brand is Carved Designs. You guys may have seen me find these at Uptown Cheapskate a month or so ago. I think it was around $2. They were on their like 80% off sale. So yeah. Anyways, they sold for $29. I brought these with me to California to like wear, but I just didn't wear them. So as soon as we got back, I listed them and they sold for 29 bucks. The brand is Carved Designs. So I'm not sure if I said that. Still love selling that brand. I will say not all the pieces seem to do as well anymore as they used to, but the corduroy shorts have always done well for me. Hey, I made a sale. Let me go grab my phone, see what that was. Sweet. Looks like a pair of Adidas Samba. Let me see if I can find those really quick. I was about to check my spreadsheet because that's where we kept all the inventory, but now that Chris is almost done with the inventory, it's all just in List Perfectly now. So I just need to log into List Perfectly. They should be in box EH. Let me check. Adidas Samba. These aren't in like amazing condition or anything, but I still grabbed them because Samba still seem to be doing really well. They just sold on eBay for $49, so I think that's great. I don't know off the top of my head what I paid for them. I probably have a video in my phone somewhere that will be part of a reel at some point. So I'm going to guess I paid either $12.99 or $14.99. So either way, into 49 is great. Okay, DX. This didn't sell as quickly as I thought it would, but it kind of makes sense that it's selling now because these are kind of like a fall color pant. It's Pure Gel new with tag. Shout out Camille. She passed me these at the bins and they sold on eBay for $26.25. So yeah, very happy with the sale. I just thought that they would sell a little bit over 30 and quite a bit quicker. I feel like I've had these for 4 to 6 months at this point. All right, BG. Got a Talbot's new with tag dress. Shout out Brandy. She passed me this at the bins and it sold on eBay for $15.95. I'm sure it would have sold for a bit more, but it did have a little bit of a flaw, kind of like a run toward the bottom. So I'm happy to move it. DF. Got a pair of men's Hurley Phantom swim trunks from the bins. These sold on eBay for $9.90. KAN. I wanted to say I was surprised. Like, I don't know if I tried those Hurley swim trunks at Plato's in Uptown, but if you guys watched my recent Plato's, what I took them from the bins the other day, they did take a pair of Hurley swim trunks, which I honestly was surprised about. So I need to remember to like put swim stuff in whenever I take a bin. Anyhow, I just wanted to say that in case you guys take stuff to buy sell trade stores as well. And if like swim isn't something you think that they might take, they actually might. Anyhow, these are a pair of men's Dockers new at tag. I did get these from the bins. They sold for $16.47 on eBay. M. Also from the bins, this is a vintage like mohair blend sweater. The brand is United Colors of Benetton. Not sure if that's how you say it, but I love finding like stuff like this at the bins, just super colorful sweaters, any like good materials. I will pick them up. I did let this go into my 45% off sale, and it sold for $19.25. CG. This sold quickly. I thought it would sell for a tiny bit more, but when I went to list it, I realized it had a little bit, I think it has like a little stitching flaw somewhere on the shoulder or something. The brand is Harley Davidson. I picked this up at the thrift by my house. I think it was $4 or $5. Maybe not by my house. I picked it up at a regular thrift store this last week for, yeah, $4 or $5, and it sold for $17.50. So that's still okay with me for a quick flip like this. If I had noticed the stitching flaw, I might have left it, but honestly, I'm glad I still picked it up because that's still probably $9 or $10 profit for me. Alrighty, box T. Was harder than it needed to be. This is a men's Callaway golf short from the bins. These sold for $8.25 on eBay. CB. Do I do a story time or not do a story time? I guess we'll do a little bit of a story time. So if you follow me on Facebook, you've probably already seen some of this, what I'm about to tell you. But these little shoes have caused a lot of controversy over on Facebook over the weekend, which, yeah, I guess it is what it is. Like, I can't help what other people think or their opinions about reselling. You know, it's nothing new. Like, people... I posted what I did at Once Upon a Child last week, which was took my normal bin of clothes to them. They bought most of them. I showed how much they paid me, how much they did not purchase. And then I said, like I always do, what I bought with my $10 off coupon, which were these little Nike shoes. So I paid $2 for these. And I said on my post that I was going to list them on eBay and Poshmark for between $35 to $40. So that really, really, really upset a lot of people because... by the comments, a lot of people think that Once Upon a Child is similar to a thrift store, just for poor people or people that need a discount, people who are struggling, which I'm not discounting that. Every sort of person probably shops at Once Upon a Child, but that's definitely not Once Upon a Child, like what they exist for. Anyways, you guys can let me know what you think in the comments. Like, people seemed more mad about it being... I don't know if it was that it's a kid item that I'm taking or that they think that it should have been left for somebody else or what. But yeah, the comments on that post, it's not even a video, it's just a post, are crazy. So yeah, do you guys think that me buying something from Once Upon a Child to flip for profit is bad, greedy? I don't know what other words people were saying in there. Disgusting. More than doing it at a regular thrift store, which obviously they already think all of those things about regular thrift store resellers anyways. Anyhow, I bought these little Air Jordan 1s, and they're so cool. They glow in the dark for $2 at Once Upon a Child just a few days ago, and they sold for $39 on eBay. So right in line with what I said that they would. Really fast sale. I don't know. the cool thing about my Facebook is I now made quite a bit more money off of my post about all of this than I did from actually taking the bin to Once Upon a Child that day, which is just the coolest thing about content. And I'm just going to keep telling you guys, because if you've ever thought about doing content and are not doing it, do it now, because I still regret not doing it. You know, I've been making content for years, but I regret not doing other platforms such as Facebook sooner. And I'm still not on TikTok, which I should have been a long time ago. So yeah. All right, box V. I know these have taken forever to sell, probably over 2 years. The brand is Frank's. They're just like a swim trunk. I think I bought these for like $7 or $8 retail arbitrage. I had multiple of them at one time. This is the last to sell. This pair sold for $25, so not horrible. Glad to move it though. All right, CJ. This is just a very basic men's Viore t-shirt. It is from the bins. This did not sell for a ton. It is missing its size tag, so I just listed it based on measurements, which is why it didn't sell for much and also did not sell super quickly. It sold for $9.90 though. Super lightweight item. I'm happy with that. Okay, box S. This is the brand Blue Pepper, just like a floral tank top. It is new with tag from, this might not be from the bins. This might be from Whatnot. I'm not sure. So assume a few dollars either way, into $15 on eBay. All right, this was a really good sale, which I already showed in my reel this morning, which you may or may not have seen by the time you see this video. All right. This is from the bins. The brand is Adidas, but they are, so on the heels they say Y3. I don't know. I mean, they're Yohei Yamamoto collab and then also Off-White. I don't know exactly how it all works, but anyways, all of those things helped its cause. If these were just some regular Adidas Gazelle, they would probably be like $40 to $50 pair. But because of the extra collaboration pieces on these sold for $99 on eBay. So I think that's great. All right, AW. Got a pair of women's Eileen Fisher mules. I know I got these at a Goodwill. I don't remember how much. Probably assume $10 max. Into $28.08 plus shipping on eBay. Just some Nobles from the bins. These have some staining on them. They're definitely not in great condition, but they sold on Poshmark. Yes, for $30. Okay, box BV. This is a pair of Old Navy, like a linen blend pant, new with tag. Somebody on Poshmark offered me $15. I got these from the bin, so I was happy to accept. All right, box S. This is another pair of Dance Go Mary Janes, just a typical basic black one. These I paid $5.50. They sold for $39 plus shipping on eBay. I still love Dance Go's, guys. All right, AB. Oh, this was a cool sale just because it's a pair of socks. One pair of socks. They are an alpaca. I don't know if they're 100%, but anyways, anything alpaca usually sells really well, and this did. One pair sold for $31 on Poshmark, so that's amazing. Okay, DV. If you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you probably already saw this sale. It's a Polo Ralph Lauren sweatshirt. I just took a bin to Plato's last week and did a little bit of a trade and got some cash. So half cash, half trade. For the trade, I did buy a couple Polo Ralph Lauren sweatshirts. This one was $14. So, you know, since I did do a trade, I didn't technically pay the full $14 for this. But even if we say $14, it sold within 2 days for $50 on Posh. Somebody offered, I accepted. So very, very happy with that. I did make a post on my Facebook just kind of explaining, because a lot of people, every time I take a bin to Plato's and show what I brought, you know, I did take them some nice brands, Free People, New Attack Fabletics. I don't remember exactly what all I brought them, but yeah, like some Altered State, just like things that, yes, I could sell for my own for like $20-ish, but I'm not excited about any of them. Polo Ralph Lauren is a brand I love to sell, men's, especially like plus size, like XL or bigger Polo Ralph Lauren stuff, and especially something like this. You know, all Polo Ralph Lauren is not created equal, but something like this I knew would do well. So yeah, I prefer to just take my bins, clothes, anything I'm not super excited about there first, make some quick cash, either cover my bins haul, and then find a couple of things like this to sell for profit. So yeah, and I said the other one would probably sell 50 to 60, but I honestly think the leather patch one will sell for more. So I listed it really high, so we'll see. It might take a little bit longer just based on how high I listed it. Okay, these last two are really good sales. Ooh, I did not write a letter for this one. Trying to think. I know I just inventoried this within the last couple of days, so I'm trying to remember if I can even remember. I don't know. I might have to pause for a minute on that one. All right, CE. This one, though, is a vintage kid size Patagonia Cinchilla. This was my son's. Both of them have worn it. I bought this off Kiddas in like way back when. I know I didn't pay more than $30 for it, and it sold for $129 on eBay. So amazing. Vintage Patagonia printed fleeces like this do really, really well, even kid size. All right, give me 1 sec. Let me go try to find out where this last one is. Found it. It was in box N. Yeah, I knew that when I was inventorying in the last couple of days, I was putting stuff like right here. So anyhow, this is the brand Athleta, and it's like a really nice trench coat, like a super nice fabric, like performance stretchy material. This was just sitting on my like death rack forever, and I finally got it photographed and listed this last week, and it sold very quickly. I want to say like within 24 hours for $99, and I did get it from the bin, so that's amazing. Yeah, when I was looking this up, there was just like not much listed. Like the ones listed were new, and these retail over $200, so the new ones were listed around $200, and there wasn't a ton of, I don't know if there's any pre-owned ones listed. This is just from 2024, so it's a pretty new thing in general. So yeah, I just kind of went high with my price, and I'm very happy with the quick $99 sale. So trench coats in general seem to do well, so very happy. All right, guys, it is just after 11 o'clock right now, so I'm going to get this stuff all upstairs, packed up, and to the post office, then start editing this video for you guys to hopefully be seeing this afternoon. So again, I hope you all had a great weekend, and I will catch up with you probably in a couple of days with a bins haul. Bye, friends.